Hey, Westchester University alumni. I am Justin Sachoka, not Lisa Wright Bryant, as you may have noticed. This is Ramblings Live, and we want to thank you so much for tuning in and joining us for our live podcast here that we do on Facebook. We do this each and about twice every other week is when we jump on here with our Ramblings Live. And always, Lisa Wright Bryant has been our host, and she is the Westchester University Alumni Association president. So we thought that since she is ending her time in 2 or 3 weeks as president, that it was only right to bring her on as the guest. So to reverse the roles here and to have her be the one who is interviewed. Now, if you don't know what Ramblings Live is, this is a platform on the Westchester University alumni page where we get to chat with different alumni, and we get to chat with faculty and staff from Westchester University, and everyone in the Westchester University family gets to come together and hang out for a little bit. So on social media is where we do this. Of course, we're live on Facebook, but while we're live, the social media comments are wide open. So please go ahead, feel free to comment, say hello to us. And if you do, you will even be entered to win today's prize. We're going to change it up. It is a Westchester University alumni tumbler. So that is what we are giving away today to some random lucky winner. All you need to do is comment and let us know what year you graduated from Westchester University. Now, our guest today graduated in 1987. She is an author. She is a trainer. She is a speaker. She's an inspirational speaker. The list goes on and on. She has always been the host of Ramblings Live, and she's only got about 2 weeks left. She is currently the Westchester University Alumni Association president. Please, let's give a warm welcome and say hello to our very own Lisa Wright Bryant. And pom-pom and everything. Lisa, how's it going?
It's going well. How's it going with you?
All is good. I can't complain. Today's been a good productive day. Working from home, so it's been good. How have you been throughout all of this? How have you been doing?
You know what? I've been doing well. In the beginning, I thought, oh my gosh, what's going on? So, I went online. I got recipes to bake. I baked cookies. I baked pie. I baked bread. I just baked my way through.
You could have sent some over here. I would have enjoyed that.
Well, next time. Okay.
Next time. Yeah, I went through a big eating spree in the beginning of this for sure. I think all of us have. How's your family doing? I know you're mom of 3. How is everybody doing?
Everybody is good. My son, the only son, I call him my favorite son. He actually is a college student, and it was a little adjustment for him because he had to take classes online, and he goes to a music school, so he wasn't happy with that.
Well,
but he adjusted.
And I'm sure that I know a lot of people, we've had to have adjustments in so many ways. Your son, he's a music student. I know that you as well. This runs in the family because you are quite musically talented. And we're going to dive into all of this here with our interview today with you. But what I want to know first, Lisa, is what brought you to Westchester University?
Oh, wow. Well, my story is a little unique than the other people that we interviewed over the past couple of months. I came to Westchester because of my music teacher. When I was in the 2nd grade, my music teacher had just graduated from Westchester. Her name is Bobby. Well, her real name is Barbara Manon Mina, and they call her Bobby. And you know what, Justin, I thought she was so cool. And I said, I want to be a music teacher just like her. And I want to go to Westchester. And I had that goal since I was a little girl. And so that's what I did. I went to Westchester. Yep. And I was a music education major.
That is so cool. It's funny because I think that what we've heard in the interviews that you've done so far is there's been a lot of people who have had somebody push them or motivate them or inspire them to either go after a certain career path or to go after a certain university. And it really seems to be kind of common that people do have that person or a couple of people in their life that drive them to a certain way. And it's amazing the path that they create from that and what can happen from there. So you came to Westchester University, you graduated in 1987. What was your major and what was your minor, your degrees? What would you study there? I'm going to guess music.
Okay, so I started off with music education.
Okay.
Right? You hear me? as I say, what had happened was I started off as a music education major, and right before my last semester, I changed my major to liberal studies, minor in music education.
Okay, changed it up.
Yeah. And you know what? I changed it because I was afraid to go into student teaching.
Hmm.
Who figured? Figure that out. I was afraid to
You,
go into teaching.
I have known you for the last several years, and I like to get up in front of a room and talk to people, but I would always put you ahead of me. I mean, you just know how to work the room, make everybody smile. I find that so
Oh,
hard to
thank
believe that you wouldn't want to go into student teaching. You would be a natural at it.
I was so afraid because you know what, as they say, I always looked younger than I am. And I said, oh my gosh, the students, they're going to take me for granted. And I mean, my mind just ran the
Makes
gamut.
sense.
So I decided, you know what, I don't want to be a music teacher. And I just changed my major.
And now you're not a music teacher, but you are quite. Your talent didn't go away because I've heard you sing before. You are quite musically talented, and we may dip into that in a little bit. But before we do, we're going to jump over to social media. Oh yeah, surprise! I didn't tell you that beforehand. That wasn't in the plan. We may spontaneously have you sing a little bit, but we'll see. We want to say hi to everybody that's on social media, and like I said, we are giving away the tumbler. So we're going to pick somebody randomly. Lisa's got her pom-pom that she's ready to wave around when we announce that winner. We want to say hi to Michael, who's joining us, who's from the class of 1987 as well.
Yes.
Joanne is here with us as well. She's the class of 1982. Hey, Melissa from the class of 2002 is joining us. Sammy Lynn from the class of 2010 is here, who's sending in, I love it, the Westchester University emojis there with little hearts. Jordan is from the class of 2016. Yes. Michael graduated in 14. Michael graduated with me in 2014 and then got his master's in 17.
He did. Well, hey, Mike.
And how about this? Class of 2020. Courtney's here. Courtney just graduated. So, Courtney, welcome to the Westchester University Alumni Association. And Bridget from the class of 2016 is on here as well. So, lots of Westchester University alumni that are joining in and hanging out with us. And that's what Ramblings Live is all about. Now, Lisa, where are you originally from? Are you from this area, or did you go far to go to Westchester University?
I didn't go far. I'm originally from Chester, Pennsylvania.
Oh, so you're right down the road.
I am right down the road.
So what you came to Westchester University because of your music teacher. You ended up going to Westchester, changed your major around a little bit. But tell us what happened. I mean, day one after graduation, what'd you do? You graduate in 1987. What happens next? I took a nap after graduation. I took a nap that night. That was the next thing I did.
So there's a story behind that.
Let's hear it.
Okay. I technically graduated December of 1986.
Okay. Technically.
And then, okay, I'm just going to be honest. You put me on the spot. You said you want to interview me, so I'm going to be honest.
Give it to us. I
opened my mail before my mother did, and saw that I failed the class.
No way. So hold on. Let's go back here. So December 1986, you technically graduate, right? But you failed the class. Did your mom know? Did you tell your mom?
Yeah.
Okay, so you really then graduated then in 87? And you know that there's plenty of people at home who are probably have the same experience too.
Right. So, but here's the thing. When I got my letter, I already had a job.
Oh, okay.
I was working at Vanguard. I got a job at Vanguard Group. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I got to go back to school. So I missed registration for the spring semester of 1987. So I went back in the fall of 1987 and took the class. And that is why I am really class of 1987.
There you go. You learn something new every day. I never knew that before.
Yeah.
So you graduate then, you get your job with Vanguard. Now, I mentioned how you're an inspirational speaker, you're an author, you've written a book before, you're a trainer. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about what it is that you do now.
Okay. So now, actually, I've incorporated all of that, all of my experiences between 1987 into today. My company is Wright Bryant Consulting. And what we do is we inspire people to live their best lives by helping them build their confidence. And so we do that by doing workshops, keynote speeches, training. I'm a life coach as well. So we do one-on-one where we sit down with people and go over their plans on, okay, where do you want to be? And so we're not therapists. What a lot of people think, oh, she's going to fix me. No, that's not it. We sit down and find out what your life goals are. Where do you want to be? How do you want to build your confidence? And trust me, we work on that. We work on it. So that's what we do now. And by the way, I also had a music school at one time. I taught piano lessons.
You've done it all. You've literally done it all. I was going to ask you what a life coach is. I'm glad that you went into it a little bit because I've heard of it several times before, but I've never really fully understood what it was. And I in my own mind definitely did go down. I thought like, yeah, maybe it's therapy. Maybe that's it. But that's not at all. I'm dead wrong there. That's not at all what it is.
No. Think of someone that coaches you with life.
Okay. Coaches you with life. So
or a life goal. Think of it that way.
And I guess it could be both personally or career driven. I'm sure you've helped out people in every way possible.
Yes.
Now, I've been neglecting to show some of the pictures of you as a public speaker. I know that you've come back to campus several times and have been involved there. For anyone that is watching, that is an alumni, why is it important for somebody to give back to the university? Why is it important? And not just financially, but with your time, with mentorship, why is that so important?
It's very important because I'll step back and go over the reason why I joined the board, which ties into it. I joined the board not to say, hey, Lisa has something else on her resume and I want to look important. I joined the board because I wanted to be a role model to the students behind me. When I was a student at Westchester, I had mentors from Larry Dowdy was a mentor of mine. Wayne Locust, who worked in admissions, and they taught me, they taught me how to give back. And I wanted to speak to, if you will, that Lisa Wright that you're showing now. And I wanted the students to know that, hey, you can make it. You may be struggling right now in school, or you may be having a good time in school, but here we are as alums. We can help you. We can inspire you. We can direct you. We can encourage you. And I believe our role as alums is to give back first with our time. We're supposed to inspire people. So you got me on a soapbox now.
I love it.
But we are. A lot of times, when we walk across that stage, Justin, and we get that diploma and we got the, left to the right or whatever, we think this is it. But no, that's when the job begins. It is up to us as alums to say, hey, how are you? And then to say, well, my company is hiring. Send me your resume. Or I had that professor. Let me give you some advice. That's what we're supposed to do. That's it.
No, I think that's really important. And it's obviously sticking with people. Joyce saying, way to go, Lisa. You're such an inspiration. And
wait a minute. That's my soror.
And you know what? I have a picture of your some other sorority sisters of yours as well. Let's bring up, this looks like quite the group of women here all together, all from Westchester University.
Yeah, well, some of them are from Westchester University. This is, first of all, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. That's right. And this is our graduate chapter, Epsilon Omega Zeta. And we're the graduate chapter for Theta Lambda, which is a Westchester chapter.
Okay, got it. So that's that Westchester chapter. That's right there. We have lots of other people that are joining in. Kimberly is from the class of 1991, who's joining here with us as well today.
Hey, Kimberly.
Tommy Grant, class of 1967, is in the house. So we're really happy to have Tommy hanging out with us here. Shelly is from the class of 2000, who's hanging out with us here tonight.
Shelly.
Or today. And Anne from 1970, I don't know what day or what time it is. Anne, 1970. is also here with us, which is great.
Yes, and
I see Nick
yes.
Polcini's joining on. Leah Toll is on with us. We've got a bunch of people that are here. Of course, comment and let us know what year you graduated, and you will be entered to win the Westchester University tumbler that we're going to be giving away, which is quite exciting. What I want to talk about, though, Lisa, because I know that your involvement on the board, you've been involved for years, and you're currently the president of the Westchester University Alumni Association. And something that has been developed is called Ram Nation. Now, I myself joined Ram Nation. I was really excited to get to do it because this is all about giving back. And for anybody that's watching that does not know what Ram Nation is, can you explain to them what it is and how they can get involved?
First of all, I'm going to challenge everybody. I'm going to work backwards. You need to get involved.
You have to get involved with Ram Nation.
You have to get involved. Ram Nation is think of a networking database where the students, they're involved, the alums are involved, and I've seen students say, hey, listen, I have a question about my resume. I have a question about an interview. What type of advice would you give me? And then the alums can give their advice. They can give that information. So say if you're an alum and you say, hey, I don't have the time, Lisa, to go to the event. I don't have the time to go to meetings, and that's fine. What you can do is sit at your computer like you are now and say, oh man, I got 10 minutes. You never know what'll come out of that 10 minutes. That could even create a business relationship that can benefit both of you. So I challenge everyone, sign up for Ram Nation. It doesn't cost a thing. It costs your time, and you got it.
And you made a valid point there. You never know what the 10 minutes that you put into that can do for a current student. And especially right now, we're all at home, we're all working virtually for the most part, that this is a great way to be able to jump into that. So Ram Nation is the name of it. It's all available on WCUalumni.com that you can go to, and you can sign up for that. So Ram Nation is what it is. Now, someone that wants to get involved in the board, what would you tell somebody? Because this summer, in the summer edition of the WCU Alumni Magazine, there are going to be the elections. So or the nominations, what would you tell someone who has maybe thought about giving back, giving time, jumping on the board? As somebody who has been on the board and who is now the president, what would you tell that person?
I would tell that person, first and foremost, it's not about you. I said it. I don't care. It's not. It's about those students, past, present, and future, that need what is inside you. So it's about the mission, and everybody on the board now knows. That's all I say on every meeting. It's about the mission. If you are mission driven, if you are one that says, you know what, I want to give back with your time. So join the board. We do have meetings. You are asked to serve on a couple of committees. And guess what? That's okay. Because remember, when you were in school, you were a part of this organization and that organization and that organization. The list goes on, as well as your studies. So you definitely want to be on the board. So I would say, number one, it's not about you. You have to be, you're a servant. And think about the mission, and think about the students, past, present, and future. Yes, be on the board. And I'm going to say something else. So let me share this to you. You shouldn't have gave me the mic.
The mic is yours. Take it. Please go on.
I believe being on the board positions us to be change agents. It really does. It positions us to be change agents. With every administration for so far as the presidents that have come before me, I'm giving shout outs, Matt and Dean and Ed and Jeff, all of them, each of them had a goal in mind. How can we make it better for our students, past, present, and future? And they stood on the shoulders of Joe Kinley and Carl and Dick Marion. That is why we should be a part of the Alumni Association. It's not about, oh my gosh, they're going to ask me for money. No, it's all about how can I empower these students to live their best lives? And they see us as examples.
Well, that's really great. Really great explanation of what the Westchester University Alumni Association is. And I think you're right. I think a lot of people do when they think of alumni groups have in the back of their mind of, oh, you have to pay to be a part of this, or you don't. You're already a part of it as graduating from Westchester University. There's a lot of events, lots of resources, lots of information. You never know what your time, as Lisa said, what that 10 minutes you give can do for somebody else. We want to go back over to social media. Lots of people are trying to win this tumbler today. So we have Crystal, who's from the class of 1989, that's joining in. Leah from 2013 is here. Nick Polcini, who is the class of 2000 and serves on the board with you, Lisa, is also on here. He's not going to qualify for the tumbler because he's on the board, but he's saying hello. I don't mean to break his heart there, but Monica is the class of 2000. We've had a lot of people in the class of 2000 that are hanging out.
I love it.
Kara, class of 2014. Kara and I graduated together, both in 2014. She is here.
Hi, Kara.
Class of 1998 is here with Michelle. Shannon, the class of 2009. Michael, the class of 2016 is here. And let's see, class of 2008 for public health. And then again for nursing in 2012. Love it, WCU. Savon is the one who's there saying that. So glad to see so many Westchester University alumni that are on here. Lisa, let's reminisce a little bit. Let's play a game. You've played this with several people. It's time to turn the tables, play it with you. We're going to play this or that. You need to pick. I'm going to show you two things, and you pick which one, and we'll go quick here, all right? So beach or pool? Which one do you prefer?
Beach.
Beach it is.
Gotta have to see him.
Beer or wine? Which one are you going to go with?
So I'm going to say the wine. I don't drink anymore, but the wine.
The wine. I'm going with both. I can't decide. That's too hard. Books or TV? Which one is she going to go with? TV. She went the TV route. With Netflix and Hulu and Apple TV. Yes. I mean, how can you got to go TV. Cake or pie?
I am a cake and a cookie chick.
Oh, I like the cookie. Cake, not my thing, but I would have gone with pie, but all right. Are you going to call or are you going to text?
I'm going to text you.
That I've received a text message from you today already.
Yes, I'm a texter.
I already know your answer to this one. Jake's Bar or the Rat?
Okay, so everybody in the 80s, you know what the answer is. It is the R-A-T, the R-A-T, the Rat.
I never had the pleasure of going to the Rat, and I really wish I could have. It was closed before I made it to Westchester.
So wait a minute, the Rat was an experience.
That's what I hear. Now I had alibis. Anyone that had been to alibis, they know. And I think it was 15 North at one point. I mean, this is not talking about the bars. We could go down the whole list of all the bars in town. That's another show. We'll do that another time. I want to know, Old Main or New Main? Which one do you like?
New Main.
New Main. And Wawa or 7-Eleven?
So back then it was 7-Eleven because it was right near campus. Now it's all Wawa.
Wawa it is.
All Wawa.
Amores or Rigtown?
So, I really don't know about those.
Okay.
No, we're going to say, how many of you in the 80s, either the Pizza Box or Little Man's Deli? Come on now. I see Crystal and D and Mike. Yes.
And which one would you go with there?
Oh, Little Man's Deli. Their food to me was so much better. It was so good.
So there we go, Little Man's Deli, and that does it. That's this or that. You did the whole thing.
Oh, that's it. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
There you go. You made it through. It's not that bad. See, you're on the other side of it all now. So you were always the one asking all the questions. But let me tell you, you sparked up over here on social media. Shelly's saying Pizza Box. I grew up in Westchester. Kimberly is saying Pizza Box. Crystal is saying Pizza Box. Sabrina said, Lisa, Rigtown Honey Mustard Chicken Pizza, the next alumni event, we're there. Lots of people talking about it. You'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll definitely be there. But I'm gonna throw a shout out too. How many of you remember the spare rib? That was good too. They had the best chicken wings. Yes, indeed.
I had never gone to the spare rib. I think it closed down right when I got to Westchester or shortly after. So I just met. You and I have to just sit down and talk. You got to tell me about all the places from Westchester. Was it Spencer's Cafe that was around for a while, or Spencer's? I
No,
think Open Spence. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of
no.
ones that I know of that people said were popular, and I can't even get the names right. I'm getting it all wrong here.
Yes,
Uh,
spare rib. That's right.
let me ask you about. Let me ask you a little bit because we're going to wrap things up here. We've got about
Okay.
5 minutes left, but I
Okay.
want to know what makes you proud to be an alumni of Westchester University.
Oh man. So I'm going to use my 5 minutes. I am proud because I really did come of age, if you will, at Westchester. I learned so much about myself and the leadership skills that everyone sees when I'm leading the Alumni Association and even speaking in front of people. It was really intensified at Westchester because all the organizations that I was in and the opportunities and my friends. I mean, I see some of them now on the chat, people that I went to school with. I still rock with them,
Yeah.
and the fact that even though I did not graduate as a music education major, but that education that I got from music, bar none, nobody could touch me because I got it from Westchester. So all of that formed a pride in me with not only my purple and gold, but my royal blue and white. And I was an alpha angel. So all of those experiences make me who I am. I am a proud Westchester University alum. I am, and I'm proud of it.
And we're proud of you for everything that you've done. And we thank you for everything that you've done for the Westchester University Alumni Association, because the list is long. Not only has Lisa done so much with her career, but she's done so much for Westchester University on the back end with the Alumni Association. A lot of that goes unnoticed. And we did want to recognize that and thank you on behalf
Thank
of the Westchester
you.
University Alumni Association, on behalf of the alumni at Westchester, because there's a lot of work that you have done over the last several years and as president, and I know things are winding down for you now. What would be your best advice for students who are graduating or students who did just graduate? What is your best advice to them? Let's leave on that.
Okay. My best advice is to follow your dream. Don't let anybody discount you, and hold on to what you want to do. Because many times people think, oh, okay, you went to Westchester? You want that major? No, yes, I went to Westchester. This is what I'm majoring in. You went to school how many years? Take that dream that you came into Westchester with and keep it pushing, and always give back. Don't forget the people that you left behind. Not only your classmates, your frat brothers, your sorors. Give back, reach back, and reach forward.
Well, perfect little segue to that, Lisa. That was you were such an inspirational person, and just I could listen to you talk all day long. I mean, no wonder you are an inspirational speaker. You are exactly in the right line of work. But Ram Nation is the way that you can give back. So head on over to wcualumni.org to be able to do that, and you can sign up for Ram Nation, which is a way to give back. Happening this weekend as well, virtually, is going to be the Westchester University Alumni Association meeting. This is the annual meeting. And Lisa, go ahead and give us a little plug for that as well.
So the annual meeting is open to anyone that is an alum. So that means that's all of you. Listen, you want to come and find out what we have been working on all year, and you have a voice. So join us at 10 a.m. Now, we can't give you food this year, but join us at 10 a.m. and just be a part of it and chime in and see, especially ones that are interested in being on the board. Join in. Come, chill out with me. Come on.
Lisa, thank you so very much. I know this must have been a little bit weird for you. You had to go on to the other side of this all, but it's always great to see you, and I hope that you stay well and you stay safe, and your entire family. Thank you for all the work that you've done, and thanks for joining us on Ramblings Live today.
Thank you.
That right there is Lisa Wright Bryant, class of 1987. Lots of you have chimed in here with us today, and our winner for the tumbler, let's bring that up. Our winner for the tumbler, I'm not looking, I am just moving the mouse over here on the side, and it's going to our class of 2020. Courtney Hamburger is the one who's going to be winning our tumbler today. So Courtney, we are going to message you with all the details, or send us a message on the alumni page. We'll make sure that we get, which way am I pointing? Over there. There it is. That tumbler is going to be coming over your way. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Keep an eye out on our page for Ramblings Live as to when they're going to happen. And send us a message with guests that you would like to see on this. We would love to feature alumni. We would love to feature faculty that you might want to see, whether they're current or present faculty and staff, or maybe somebody from the past that we can bring on here. We'd love to have them as a guest. Thank you so much for joining in, and we will see you sometime soon. Make sure that you join the virtual annual meeting this weekend, Saturday, 10 a.m. WCUalumni.org is where you can go to for all that information. And here's why I love Westchester University. While we only had one winner today, so many of you are congratulating Courtney. That goes to show how kind everybody from Westchester University is. Stay safe, enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you sometime soon.